Hi, guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I will be giving you guys my thoughts and theory on my season review of the third and final season of the post apocalyptic show on Netflix, The Rain. The third and final season dropped today. I just got done binging it. I had started earlier this afternoon, and I finally finished it, and I got a lot to say about it. And before I go on, of course, please be warned this is a spoiler filled review, as I will be reviewing the entire season of season 3. So if you're in the middle of watching it or you haven't started watching it, for God's sake, don't listen or watch this video, because I will be discussing big spoilers and moments. So you have been warned. That being said, let's jump right back into it. So I'm going to be a little honest with you guys. This kind of left me a bit underwhelmed. I liked it. I'm glad that they wrapped up the story itself, that it had an overall conclusion, but how they got there and how the finale went down itself was all a little... I mean, first and foremost, I'm delighted they killed that prick Stein, or Steen, whatever his name was, the guy who was the head of Apollon, and how Rasmus finally realized what a prick this guy was and how he was using and controlling him, and then he strapped him down and repeated the same sentiments that he had repeated to Rasmus in a previous episode when he was threatening his girlfriend with flamethrowers. That I enjoyed. I also liked the storytelling dynamic they told, where they primarily split up our main characters, where it's like Simone went on her own little adventure, and then the rest of her friends were scattered and split up. Because for the first 2 seasons, we saw this core of characters together, and that was great. That was fine. It was very entertaining. But season 3 changed it up by having everyone go off and do separate stories and adventures, which I was just fine with, because it made for way more interesting storytelling in television, at least in my opinion. Did not like seeing Martin die. Martin was one of my favorite characters. Of all the lead characters I thought they kill or axe, I really didn't think they'd be him. And then you'd think when they discovered more of the flower, the liquid flower serum thing, that someone would say, hey, what if we pour this on his body, and what if that brings him back to life? But it's like they didn't even try. It's like they had an opportunity to resurrect him, and they just left him in the ground. I mean, what the hell? You think Simone would want the love of her life back, but apparently not. Although I will say I'm glad she survived. Between her and her brother, I was not surprised at all to see Rasmus die. And I also kind of like the fact that despite killing the show's main villain, he then literally took the role, like the guy's job at Apollon, and then the villainous role for himself. Although this is a problem I had with like his final scene. I was very unclear if he had turned a leaf at the last minute and he and his girlfriend willingly wanted to try to save the world, or if they thought they were going to destroy everything by embracing this flower, but instead they did indeed end up saving the world and stopping the virus that's in the rain, stopping the rain altogether. Again, it was a bit unclear. There were a couple of scenes and character choices that were a bit confusing and unclear to me, which is probably why I felt and left as underwhelmed as I did. But like I said, I'm overall, okay with the outcome. The big grand climax was cool, but it certainly wasn't what I was picturing or expecting at all. Like, I thought we'd see Apollon's armed forces close in on Simone and her allies, led by Rasmus, and then like a bunch of other survivors, like maybe that gang of wild children who kidnapped Luna, would come to their aid, and there'd be a final big post-apocalyptic climactic battle, but it didn't happen that way. And, that was another thing that bothered me. They introduced this interesting group of post-apocalyptic teenagers with awesome tattoo markings and hairstyles and bow and arrows, and they kill them all off right away. It's like I totally saw it coming and called it. I said it out loud to myself as I was watching that episode unfold. Although I did love the special effect of the guy missing his eyeball. And that was another thing I liked about this season overall. They really played on the themes of selfishness and how people only look out for themselves during crisis situations, and they don't think about the collective good or the community overall. It felt kind of similar. It was kind of resonating what the problems we're experiencing today with this ongoing crisis, how some people have taken a more self-centered, selfish attitude towards it, while other people are trying to do things for the common greater good. And I thought it was interesting how this show kind of touched on that. It was, I guess, I don't know if that was intentional or not, because I doubt when they were writing this they knew a pandemic was going to happen, but I just thought it was an interesting comparison. Overall, though, I liked it, and I hope you guys did too. So, the Reign entire series is now streaming on Netflix. Thank you so much for watching this season review. I hope you guys liked this season as much as I did, if not slightly more. Did you have any favorite moments or highlights? I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.